Too loud.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the 504 Core Podcast. Dark, dark days, Mike, in New Orleans sports, the professional level. In Baton Rouge, the only light is the Tulane Green Wave, who we will talk about in a second, but let's talk about the most injured team in all of sports, the New Orleans Pelicans, who have what, 6 key injuries?
Yeah, something like that. But I got to go back to what we said, and the Cajuns cannot forget about the Cajuns. So they're on a
Yeah,
roll as well.
yeah, I guess so.
You guess so, huh? But yeah, no, Pelicans. I mean, ravaged by injuries once again. I mean, what's new? It's literally the same thing every single year. I swear to God, it's getting so frustrating with this team. I don't know what to do. Didn't they revamp the medical um, staff as
Yeah,
well in the offseason? So,
2 years ago. It's the
bro,
same thing as the Saints and Pelicans. You got to get rid of Oshner, I guess. I don't know what it is, Mike. Um, let's see who the head of the Pelicans medical team is.
but they brought in Aaron Nelson from the Suns, and Aaron Nelson, that was like one of Griffin's like big moves when he came to New Orleans, because Aaron Nelson was like well regarded as a trainer. And then
Uh huh.
now, then he, they fired him and they promoted, or they moved him to a different position. I don't know, man. It's just Zion's still too big. I'm sorry, like he is. I think he could still lose a little more weight. I want to see him like at Duke weight, like him at Duke. Like you can't tell me those are two different guys. Like
But Mike, we've been talking about this for
exactly.
seven
That's the
years now,
frustrating thing. Yeah, that's the frustrating
six
thing. Yeah.
years.
Do you think it's time to get rid of? You got to pick a direction, right? I mean,
No, I don't. I think, I mean, there's no point of getting rid of him because you're not going to get the value he
yeah. I mean,
deserves. I think
right now, I agree. Yes.
I think he's more valuable on your team than on another team. Um, I don't know what you do. I mean, you're 3-9. You're in last place in the Western Conference. This team has come back before to making the playoffs as a 9 seed, but the Western Conference this year is absolutely loaded. This year, the Mavericks aren't even in the playoffs right now, and they have a below 500 record, but they're been way better than the Pelicans. Let's just look at this: the top 3 teams in the West, Mike, 10-2, 9-2, 9-3, and then 7-3, 8-4. The 11th seed right now in the Western Conference is the Timberwolves at 6-6. It's going to be an uphill battle for this team. And then tonight they will take on the Nuggets, then they have the Lakers, then the Mavericks, then the Cavs, then the Warriors, then the Pacers. Those are all playoff teams. When's the next win? At home versus the Raptors on right before Thanksgiving, on November 27th. Then you're looking at, as a start, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You're looking at a 4-15 start.
Yeah, they'll win one or two of those games though. I know that's just the NBA. The NBA, you never know who's going to show up on some nights.
You say that. You say that. They
Oh,
had a
I
net
mean, like,
team
yeah,
that's
Vegas is not
terrible.
going to think so for those games, or at least most of those games, right? So
You
it
had a
depends.
terrible Nets team,
Yeah,
and you had a terrible Trailblazers team that you lost to twice.
yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I went off in our group chat the other night on Willie Green. Like, dude, he can't close the door. I mean, it's embarrassing. Like, everyone, you can say injuries, like, yes, but like you see commonalities even with the when we're healthy, like the way this team performs at the end. It's not good. I wish you could close more games out, but like the offense is bland. You watch the offense; they don't move around. It's mostly ISO ball. That's why they miss Zion so much, because you give Zion top of the key, everyone just kind of stands around. So, yeah. When is Hawkins supposed to come back? Hopefully soon. I mean, we're shooting this November 15th at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock horse time. So
So he's back on the court, not doing any contact. His return date remains uncertain.
classic.
So it should be in the next week or two. So who you
Reevaluated
got
next
hurt right
week.
now? Let's just do the list. Got Jordan Hawkins, got Herb Jones, got
Dejounte
TJ
Murray.
McCollum,
Dejounte
Javante Murray, Zion, and Jose Alvarado.
Hawkins. I don't know if he said Hawkins, but yeah, that's just insane. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah,
I mean,
Brandon Boston out there averaging
dude,
16
okay.
points a game.
That I would say these are the two positive things. You're letting Missy get run, which is good. Well, he's gonna get run anyway because we don't have any freaking centers because Griffin couldn't get one. So Missy's getting a lot of run, and then Brandon Boston's emerged. I think Brandon Boston's kind of a guy. I think he could be like an 8th or 9th guy, like on a team. Like he's not obviously a starter, but thinking about Brandon Boston, like coming out of high school as a 5-star, he's supposed to be like top 10 pick, and then he did okay in college, ended up being a 2nd-round pick, and now he's kind of blossoming at 22 years old. So you see guys take leaps around these ages. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I've been impressed with Brandon Boston. You think they could sign him to like a 3 or 4 year deal?
I think he needs more minutes. I think he needs more time. I need to see if he's an NBA player when NBA players are around him. There's a port, and somebody told me this once about the NBA. It's easy to score on a bad team, right? Remember, was it Kevin Martin on the Sacramento team's averaging 24. It's easy to score on a bad team, but
Yeah,
it's harder to score when
second
you have a
guy.
lot
Yeah,
of good players.
yeah,
So I need to see him with Zion, with all these guys to say he's an NBA player. Because I mean, if you score, somebody has to score in that team besides Brandon Ingram right now.
yeah. No, I agree. But then,
You're not going to put up 50 points a game, Mike. It's still the NBA. You're still going to put up 90. So those points have to come from somewhere.
yeah, I just think Brandon Boston's kind of emerged as a guy you kind of want to give like a Jose Alvarado type contract to. So, yeah, I think he's been decent. He's had a couple 20-point games, so we'll see. 22 years old, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, like I said, the Pelicans just feel like the same thing every year. I don't really know what to say. Are you in tank mode yet, or what mode are you in right now? Like
Tank
I'm in
mode. I
I'm in I
am
don't care mode. I'm in like if we win, cool. If not, like it's not like I'm just kind of checked out. Like obviously, I'm gonna watch every game. Like I'm gonna watch the game tonight, but like at the same time, I'm checked out. Like I think just if like this draft is loaded, so like if they end up sucking bad, like just get the pick and then make adjustments in the off season. But where are you at right now?
100%, dude. I am checked out. Um, I don't know where I'm at. I don't. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to feel. Like, dude, like it's like this all just kept happening at once. All the Saints injuries, Saints being bad, and then we get hope for the Pelican season, and it's the team that won 49 games. You got an all-star point guard. That game one was like, oh man, this team is going to be good. It's going to be good against Chicago. Murray almost has a triple double. He gets hurt. He's out for 4 weeks. And then you're like, okay, at least Zion's coming back. You win that second game. You're like, okay, we can hang on. Then you go play the Warriors, and Herb Jones gets hurt. And then Hawkins gets hurt. And then Zion gets hurt. And then Jose Alvarado gets hurt. And McCollum gets hurt. And you're like, I don't know what to think anymore, Mike. It's the railing for a franchise. We've been saying this for so long. It's the railing for a franchise that has this many injuries over its entire existence. And it's the Saints, too. I don't know if it's being below sea level, if they're just cursed or what, but it is derailing, brother.
It's very yeah, no, 100%. Like I said, I think someone's got a little thing and they're just poke a little prick and they're just poking a voodoo doll on the Pelicans franchise. So I don't know what to do. But dude, I've said it the past like year and a half, 2 years. You got to split up. Bi and Zion don't work, and got to pick a path. So I don't know if they're going to
Brandon
trade.
Ingram wants to get himself a contract. This is the time to do it.
I mean, he's doing well, but he like the other night he hit 22 in the first half, and then he ends with 24. Like what? I think some of that's on the coaching staff a little bit, but like how is that possible? Like how can you drop 22 and then end the game with 24? Like I don't know, man. Sometimes I question if he's a killer. He's obviously a great player, one of my favorite players,
It's not
but
a killer. You don't question that. I mean, I think that's obvious, in
there's
my
some game
opinion.
there's some games you could see it, but like I don't know. I just it's just depressing to be a Pels fan. But yeah, I mean, I've been watching Duke games. I've been keeping up with college basketball more now. So usually I don't watch that much college basketball unless the Pels suck. I think I'm going to be watching a lot of it this year. So have you watched any of
Yeah,
Cooper
you
Flag?
watch your stars, and I watch the Avs. and get into hockey a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
Go step outside. Louisiana's beautiful this time of year. It's apparently beautiful there today. Go to City Park, go on some trails, go fishing. Spend time with your family. That's the thing to do if you're a Louisiana sports fan.
Instead of watching Eve Missy run up and down the floor, spend time with your family.
Go spend time, man. It's Thanksgiving, Christmas. Go be thankful. I mean, that's
Or
kind
the
of
life coach.
yeah.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no. Right now is definitely the best time to spend like time in Louisiana. It's like, I don't know, mid-October through like January, best time, New Orleans. But yeah, have you
I
watched
think
Cooper
March
Flag?
and April is beautiful too. I mean,
Yeah,
you
there's a
got
lot.
all the
Yeah,
festivals
it's
in
just the
October.
summers. It's
Yeah,
just,
100%.
but yeah,
So
have you watched Cooper Flag at all though?
yeah, he looks good. He looks legit. I have no complaints about him. I need to see him more. Uh, he's solid. I mean, if the Bucks keep sucking, you know, I'm rooting against the Milwaukee Bucks a lot.
Yeah, no, that's been refreshing. They're starting to pick up some wins now, but yeah, I mean, like if Giannis or Lillard ever goes down for like a month or more, like
They're done.
it's officially, that'd
They're
be
going to be the
amazing.
Pelicans.
That'd be amazing if we could somehow get those picks. Like, if you get like 2 top 8 picks, I think that'd be in this draft. That'd be really, really valuable. So you could package that. Hell, you could might be able to go after Giannis, but that's a different conversation for a different day. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So no Jokic tonight. What do you think happens?
Wait, he's out for like personal reasons or something like that.
Yeah, he's having a baby, or
Oh,
his
okay.
wife's having a baby.
What do I think about it? What's the spread? Like
I don't know. Who knows, man? It's two hurt
two
teams playing.
2.5. Is the blender gonna be rocking tonight or what? I'd be pretty pissed to like pay to go see the Nuggets and he's just not there.
Yeah, the
But yeah,
blender will be the opposite of rocking.
how's Murray been playing?
Westbrook's actually been really good. So is Christian Brown. They've been good lately. They've won 5 in a row.
Yeah, I think 2.5 is a good spread. I'm not gonna pick the Pelicans right now. It's not.
You want to talk about something positive?
Sure.
Or you want to talk about the Rizzler first? Which one?
Positive.
All right, let's talk about the Tulane Green Wave and the team that they beat in the UL Lafayette Raging Cajuns. Tulane ranked 25th in the college football playoffs. It's the third straight season that they've been ranked in the college football playoffs at some point. John Summerall is rolling. They got a big game on Saturday morning taking on Navy. The winner of that game is going to the conference championship. Tulane's got a good quarterback. Mensa Darian Minta has been really good. They have the best running back in their conference, and Makai Hughes, jeez him, and yeah, he's got like 16 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. He's a monster. Tulane's rolling their tank. Two teams in South Louisiana that are exceeding expectation and rolling, and that's Tulane and UL. What are your thoughts, Mike?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really watch much Tulane, so I'd let you cover that. UL, they've looked really, really good. I think we'll see. I think I gave them like a 9% chance to make the CFP. That'd be somehow if we got a CFP, that'd pretty be awesome. But our last 3 games are pretty
Well,
winnable.
y'all are not jumping. Y'all need Tulane to lose again.
Yeah, we need a couple teams to lose. We need like Boise State to lose. We need Tulane to lose. We need I forgot like the 2 other ones, but yeah, we're gonna need a little help. But we got 3 winnable games, and then we're gonna have the Sun Belt Championship game December 7th. So yeah, I think that can
Tulane
happen.
just needs Boise to lose. That's it.
Everyone needs Boise to lose. Yeah, everyone. That's like the one team in everyone's way. So
The best 2 shots going to be in the conference championship against UNLV and this week against San Jose State. Uh, so we'll see. I don't think Boise is as good as people think. They struggled against a terrible Nevada team last week, so should be interesting to see. All right, let's go on to the Rizzler. um,
well, let's talk LSU first and like Colorado and all that.
you,
Huh?
you. All
You
right,
don't
you
want
go
to talk
ahead.
LSU?
No, you
Well, yeah. I
can.
mean, we got to get our thoughts out about Alabama. What'd you think?
They looked underprepared. They didn't look ready to stop a running quarterback. Nussmeier didn't look terrible. Their running game has been terrible. They lost the line of scrimmage. The live tiger really pissed me off because they brought in a freaking tiger from a gas station named Omar to go in that stadium. Omar the Tiger. I knew they were losing that game, Mike, when I saw Omar the Tiger in that stadium.
Yeah, Jeff Landry pissed off a lot of people.
Omar the Tiger, baby.
Yeah, their defense
Omar.
isn't that good. They don't really like Major Burns. I have no idea
Did
how
you see that
his
play where he gave up?
what he could have popped Milrow like
And
and
he
he
pulled up.
yeah.
Dude, you can't play after that.
No, yeah, I wouldn't play him at all. I mean, if I was in the watching film with him, I'd be like, hey, dude, we're not playing you next game. You'd be like, why? And they just show him that clip. Like, yeah, they don't have any like dogs. They're like Kelly's got to play these freshmen a little bit more. I know he's been kind of hesitant to do in the past. Like last year, he wouldn't even play Weeks. Weeks was, he missed some tackles here and there, but he made plays, and like Kelly was hesitant to play him. So, um,
Most
yeah,
important thing for LSU is signing Bryce Underwood.
yeah, I think that's going to happen. Every report, no one seems phased on LSU side. It seems like so. If Bryce Underwood's not an LSU Tiger, I'd be from everything I'm seeing from.
Bryce, it was like 10 million, right? That Michigan offered him
But
for
when you
4
really break it
years.
down, it's like 2.7 something a
Dude, I'll
year.
take that tomorrow.
Oh, I mean, I think we all would, but like I think LSU's from like what Moscona and all these other people have reported, it was pretty competitive with it. So I know there's a video Zach retweeted. It's like why LSU? And he's like, oh, just show the improvement or like the draft picks through LSU. And he's like, and like the legacy of the quarterbacks, the development. And he's like, what about Michigan? And then like he couldn't come up with an answer. Granted, JJ McCarthy just came out, but everyone said he was a game manager. So I don't know, man. Yeah, I think he'll be pretty firm. I mean, he brought his like his whole freaking family down. I don't know if you saw that. He had like a family reunion on the sidelines versus Bama. So I think that speaks in and of itself. And I don't think he's even visited LSU's campus from everything I've heard, or Michigan's campus from everything I heard. So,
For this, I got a question for you.
yeah.
All right. If LSU wins out, they go to the SEC title game. So, do they
Over
have a
Bama?
chance? Huh?
Over Bama?
Hold on, let's see. Hold on. I saw these odds. SEC chances to go to SEC. Give me
I think
one
getting,
second. Mike.
I think getting past Florida. I mean, LSU honestly should just be thinking about like the next game. They should not be thinking this far advanced. Like after that stinker they just put out there, like you got to be worrying about the next game. You can't be thinking, you can't be listening to people saying, "Oh, there's still a chance to CFP." Like just worry about Florida, honestly.
Oh, I'm sorry. So hold on, give me one second. I want to see SEC standings ever quick. You're right. They got to beat Florida, and Florida has been a dangerous team this season.
Vandy, they got to be. I mean, Vandy at home, they should win that game.
And
But
then
still, Vandy's no picnic.
Oklahoma's due for a win.
Yeah, Oklahoma is like in a position of just like ruining.
Chances.
Yeah, no,
So,
that's perfect game for that. So no cakewalks on the schedule.
dude, A&M, Tennessee, dude, there's a lot of chaos. Jeez, Pete, dude, this is chaotic. Looking at these standings is chaotic. There
Yeah,
hasn't
SEC is
been
just
more parity.
cannibalizing. Yeah, SEC is just cannibalizing on itself. They're all just beating each
It
other.
is. It is actually impressive. Does that Alabama have any tough games left? Mercer,
Um,
Oklahoma,
what about Texas?
Auburn.
Texas had an
Texas
easy.
has A&M. So Texas or A&M is going to lose one game. Uh, they still got Arkansas on the road. They still have Kentucky, which they're going to be Kentucky. Let's see. Tennessee still has Georgia, and Georgia has Tennessee. A&M still has Auburn and Texas. Ole Miss still has Florida and Mississippi State. We know LSU's schedule. Missouri still has South Carolina, Mississippi State, and Arkansas. Dude, there's just a lot of two-loss SEC teams right now. LSU has 3 losses total, but yeah, fun times, man. This is a good year to have a college football playoff.
Yeah.
with 12
No,
teams.
you had to do it at this point. Just expanding the SEC like they did with Texas and Oklahoma. Like you kind of have to have this. So, yeah, a lot of parity. We'll see. I don't know. Like I said, LC's got to focus one game at a time. What's the vibe around Colorado right now?
Oh, really high. I mean, Zach Wilson's brother is starting. Was supposed to be the starting quarterback against Utah. Now he's out for apparently mono. So now they're going to be playing a fourth string quarterback against a red hot Colorado team who controls their own destiny. Look, let's take a second here. For all the people that thought Colorado would win 4 games, that Coach Prime wouldn't turn this thing around. They're 7-2 right now for the first time in a long time, ranked 17th in the college football playoff. They control their own destiny to get to the Big 12 title game, and if they win that, they go to the playoffs. And their schedule is very winnable. They got Utah, they got Kansas, who's struggling. They got Oklahoma State, who's struggling, and I think they can beat BYU.
That's who they'd play in the championship
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
So it'd be Utah, Kansas, Oklahoma State, and BYU. Yeah, BYU
Yes.
seems pretty beatable, honestly.
100%.
Yeah, I guess, and then after that, you'll see what happens with CFP. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. College football is heating up pretty good.
Who do you think's the best team right now? I said Georgia last week, and that's not true.
mm, Call me crazy, but I might just say Georgia again or two.
Georgia again?
Yeah. I just think the SEC is a bloodbath and it's just cannibalizing on itself. I could see Tennessee. I could see Tennessee. Ohio State might be it. I don't know. Is Oregon really? I want to pick Oregon, but Oregon's never done it. So like I'm just like until they get that, I don't know. But there's really no obvious answer, right? Like freaking Indiana is number 5. That's crazy. BYU.
Yeah, well, they're undefeated, and they play Ohio State this week.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like crazy.
Yeah. What a turnaround for them, huh?
Indiana, yeah. Where'd they go
Yes.
last year?
Dude, they were terrible last year. They've been terrible. Dude, this is the most games they've ever won as a program. Hold on, Mike. Let's see. Indiana football 2023. See. Right now. You ready for it?
No.
All right. Where's it at? They're 3-9 and 1-8 in their conference games.
They get a new coach or is the same coach?
No, they got the JMU coach. He's really good, Saban guy as well.
So I guess he'd be like the next like big hire then.
Maybe. I think Tulane's coach is up there too, John Summerall. He's up there as well. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
College football's got a lot going for it. I'm looking forward to it. I like how it's going to be extended, obviously, the CFP as well. So it's more games, more fun. So yeah, you want to do some game predictions for tomorrow? You want to go through the games?
Let's talk about the Rizzler.
All right, yeah, we can talk about
Same game prediction. All right, what did you think about the Riz man?
I thought he showed a lot of grit. He kind of like reminded me of Dan Campbell a little bit, like his mannerisms, the way he talked. He clogged the toilet. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny, man.
Yeah, but obviously he's like a meme now with him like looking like beet red and all that. But yeah, do I think he is going to be the future or the coach long term? I doubt it. I would give that give that a 20% chance. But yeah, what if he could go on a run? The Saints schedule's stupid easy. I don't know, man. The Saints. Were you rooting for him against Atlanta, or did you want him to lose because of tank?
I wanted to go 3-14 and beat the Falcons. I want to lose the rest of the games.
That's what a lot of people said. Like I said, man, I'm kind of just like I was kind of rooting.
I hate the Falcons more than I want the Saints to get a high draft pick.
It's just like the thing is like the NFL, like with records, like dude, there's so many shit teams this year. It's insane, honestly. You should look at all like how many bad teams are in the NFL.
No, it's insane.
Yeah,
it's It's legitimately insane. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Like
I
one loss, one extra loss could set you back 4 or 5 slots. So I mean, and think about like the NFL, like when people trade up in the first round, like how much they give up just to move up that amount of slots in the draft. So it could make like a big difference. But yeah, that's like the nerd talking to me. So, but yeah, no, beating Atlanta is always nice. Yeah, especially in the dome. But I don't know what to make of them. I think McCoy's coming back, right?
Yeah, I just
I think that'll make
we
a big
already
difference.
talked. We talked about their schedule and how they could go 7-10 pretty easily because you got the Browns this week at home, winnable game. You got the Rams who are injured at home next week, winnable game. You got the Giants on the road where Daniel Jones can't throw touchdowns, winnable game. You got the Commanders at home. Who knows? You got the Packers, that's a loss. Then you got the Raiders at home, winnable game, and then you got the Bucks.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of the Saints. Do you think they're going to win those? What do you think they're going to go? What's your final at the end of the year prediction? Like 7-10?
6-11.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I like that.
6-11. That's my final prediction. What
And then
wins against
where
the
does that land you? Where does that land you in the draft? Like 8?
let's see. Give me a second. I'll tell you right now. That's gonna land you around 9 or 10, maybe
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, if it was last year's draft, I'd be pretty mad because last year's draft they had some QBs coming out. Like,
You can get Will Campbell at 11 potentially.
you think he'd be there at 11?
That's what he is right now.
You can get Emory Jones. He could play. Emory Jones was a guard in high school, and Emory Jones could be. He's pretty athletic, so you could get Emory Jones as well. He's pretty dual. He can play both positions. So I don't know, man. Yeah, just I would just draft offensive line. Make sure you have a good offensive line because I'm watching Jaden Daniels last night. I mean, their offensive line was terrible. Like, look at Joe Burrow. Like, I still will make the case they should have drafted Sewell over Jamar Chase. Honestly, yeah.
Sewell's been awesome.
Sewell's literally the best tackle in football. I'd rather have the best tackle in football with Burrow than Jamar Chase as good as he is. So it's draft an O line, just build on the trenches, try and pick up picks, try and get the only way they're
Suck
ever going to
next
like.
year and get Arch Manning.
Yeah, you could. Is there anyone else other than Arch Manning that's like considered up there?
Smyer if he comes back.
Nussmeier, yeah, the bus.
Must bus.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Shador's probably gonna go like top 3, top 4.
No, Shador's rising up there. Shador really, really impressed me against Texas Tech, dude. Just they were down 13-0. His receivers were complaining. He had Travis Hunter getting frustrated. He had LeJontay Wester getting frustrated. He was cool, calm, collected. He started making plays, and they were so good in the second half. His calmness with all that really impressed me. He takes some stupid sacks sometimes, but he's going to be a top 5 pick.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, quarterbacks always rise up, you know, at the late. So I mean, look at Bo Nix. Bo Nix was considered a second round pick like a week before the draft, and then where does he go? 12, and then Michael Penix. It happens every year. Teams are so desperate for quarterbacks because if you land that franchise QB, they're so valuable. So it changes the trajectory of your franchise. I mean, look at Washington now. They just traded for Lattimore. Like they're starting their timeline immediately. So even Schefter said that when they traded him, he's like, this is starting their timeline now. So Jaden Daniels is, but they need an offensive line for Jaden Daniels. Did you watch the game at all last night?
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But
No,
they're over exceeding. They're a year above where they're supposed to be.
oh, for sure.
32 years.
100%.
It's
So
like the Broncos. The Broncos are 5-5 in the playoffs currently, but they're above what they're supposed to be.
yeah,
Um,
for sure.
they're ahead of schedule, so to speak. You
All
want to do
right.
some game predictions real quick?
Yeah, do it for the Saints. What Browns or Saints? Who you got?
Jameis Winston revenge game. He throws a late game winning touchdown, and the Browns beat the Saints 35 to 28 or something like that, or 31.
like an OT game. It's like 28-28.
Yeah,
And
yeah. And
first play in OT just throws a bomb.
bomb, touchdown Browns.
That would be
Um,
kind of that's good for a tank, and it's like a fun
yeah,
game.
and that's the Jameis Winston play.
Dude, could Jameis Winston be the future instead of Derek Carr?
No, no.
I miss
Um,
him. I miss Jameis. I miss watching those stupid
bro,
montage
did you see
videos.
him quote Eminem?
Yeah, he's one of the
There's a
funniest
white
people ever.
boy in Detroit. He said, dude, it was incredible. It was incredible. I
Now
love Jameis, man.
him ranking the fast food restaurants
Oh,
that's literally
oh,
so
it's great.
Chipotle.
Uh, quickly to some of my college football games. I got Tulane covering the spread against Navy. Right now, Tulane's favored by 7 on the road. I got Tulane. I got LSU beating Florida in a tight one. I have Colorado beating Utah, but they don't cover the spread. They only win by 10, not 13. I also have what upsets do I want? Let's say my Boston College over SMU. By the way, I called the Texas Tech Iowa State game 2 weeks ago. Let's see what else we got. I got Georgia beating Tennessee.
Um,
Dude, Kansas State, Arizona State's going to be very good. Who does ULL have this week? Louisiana, Cajuns. They got South Alabama. They beat South Alabama.
I hope
And
so.
then they got Mike Tyson knocking out Jake Paul.
Dude, you think that's how it's gonna go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say Jake Paul by decision, but I want Tyson to win. I don't know. Tyson's fucking 60 years old, bro.
A killer's a killer, brother.
No, I agree, but still. All
In the
right, I don't really
NFL, hold on real quick.
NFL. All right. Well, I think LSU will cover 3.5. If I had to bet it, I'd tease it down to 3. I could see a game-winning field goal or some shit. Texas, Arkansas. I have Arkansas upsetting Texas this week.
I
I
could
think.
see it.
Colorado, Utah, 4th-string QB, huh? Yeah, I like Colorado 13. Tulane Navy. I guess I'll go Green Wave. Missouri, South Carolina is a sleeper game. South Carolina,
I have South Carolina.
South Carolina's got to be the best, or not the best, but one of the best 3 lost teams in the country. Tennessee, Georgia, that's a really good game. I'm gonna say Tennessee wins that game. Yeah.
I got the Ravens beating the
Georgia's
Steelers.
favored, huh?
I got the Ravens beating the Steelers in the NFL. The Broncos beating the Falcons. I have the Bengals beating the Chargers, and I have the Bills beating the Chiefs.
Dude, the Browns Saints game is a big game for the tank because if the Browns win, they go 3-7, and then we would go 3-8.
Huge game for the tank.
Massive, dude, big game for the tank. Yeah, I'm all in on the Browns. I might order a James jersey real quick, FedEx it in. Wait, who'd you say for Ravens Steelers?
I said the Ravens.
Okay, yeah, they're Lions Jaguars, pretty obvious. Bills Chiefs, that's game of the week, obviously. Who you got?
I got the Bills.
Bills, all right.
Bills Mafia, baby. They win the regular season matchups against the Chiefs.
That's what I was thinking today. I'm like, they're probably gonna win that game and then lose in the playoffs. Like that's
By a
just
heartbreaking field goal going wide right. Dude, I feel bad for him. I want a Bills Lions Super Bowl so bad.
I don't like the Lions now because I'm on say Brown was talking shit about New Orleans on that podcast. So now I'm like, but I do like Jameer Gibbs. He's been a stud for me in fantasy. So I don't, as long as it's not the Chiefs, I honestly don't give a fuck. That's like that's Chiefs or Falcons. I really don't care that much. So I'll throw the Bucks in there too. But yeah.
All the time I got, brother.
All right, yeah. If you guys can like and subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. And go Browns, go Pels? Question mark.
Jameis, eat
Go
the dub.
Jameis. Yeah, you got to eat the dub. See you next time.